Hey guys, so welcome to my kitchen. Today we're doing this one inside because I had something I really want to talk about and I really want to get with you guys on. And I had a plan on doing a discussion today of how to build a Dakota fire pit outside, but between it being rainy and windy here in Northwest Florida and this other situation, we're going to table that one for a little bit. Instead, we're going to come inside to my lovely kitchen and talk about this other thing, and it is this epic natural disaster that is happening in my home state of Ohio, and why there is not enough government reaction and enough media coverage of this. I mean, we are talking about a disaster in the natural sense of epic proportions, where you have drinking water contaminated, the air is contaminated, they've had to evacuate people, and there are, for all intents and purposes, what appears to be a borderline cover-up going on. Where's the massive outrage and media coverage of this? So brought the old laptop in with me today so we can kind of look at this a little bit. But the White House today came out and explained why they have done virtually nothing to help these people other than evacuate them from their homes. White House explained why it turned down Ohio Governor Mike DeWine's request for disaster relief this week in the aftermath of the train derailment. Biden administration official basically said that they are providing extensive assistance to surrounding communities following the chemical release. However, the official said that FEMA, the agency that covers disaster relief and supports communities hit by hurricanes and other natural disasters, isn't best equipped to support these needs. So you mean to tell me that this government agency that has disaster relief oversight and ability can't help these people? They just evacuate them to where? To what? I mean, when hurricanes came through, FEMA was everywhere. When I was in North Carolina, they had tents set up, drinking water. And you look at the interviews with these citizens in these towns, and you can Google them or find them on your news outlet of choice. These people are saying they're not getting any information or any help whatsoever, that they were just told to evacuate and that's all they have. So FEMA's not going to get involved whatsoever. And the Biden administration is mobilizing a robust multi-agency effort to support the people of East Palestine, Ohio. Since February 3rd, the EPA has been on the ground and FEMA has been coordinating with other agencies as they can, but this situation is different. Basically, what I think this honestly equates to, and I think one of the things that isn't being talked about enough here, I feel like there's a lot of cover-up involved with this company that owns these trains, and I won't name them because I don't want to give them the airtime because it's uncool. But they basically opted to release the gas from the derailed cars, releasing the fumes and dangerous chemicals into the air, many of which are known to cause cancer and be potentially fatal. Local residents were told to evacuate during the release, but were assured it was safe to return on February 9th. Okay, so what they're saying is, oh yeah, hey, we're going to release some, potentially hazardous gas and some cancer-causing chemicals into the air, and it'll be fine. We'll just let them out of the air, and then in a couple days, you guys will be fine to come home. If this does not speak to a cover-up in terms of national news outlets that are barely giving it any time whatsoever, I just, to peek into it yesterday, looked into what was making headlines on the different major outlets. The Trump indictment got more time, 1,000,000%. Nikki Haley running for president got more time. And just day-to-day activity got more time than news of a company saying, hey guys, it's going to be fine, but we are going to go ahead and let out a national disaster. You look back at the oil spills of BP when they were just leaching millions of gallons of petroleum into the Gulf of Mexico. They had a running clock on this thing where they had video on a boat just watching, and that was all they were doing. So where's Greta Thunberg now? Where is she saying that we're ruining the world? And where is she saying, oh my gosh, it's climate change, natural disaster, these companies need to be held accountable? How many people watching this can even name the company that caused this problem? And that's part of why I didn't say it on purpose. I mean, think about that. Can you, as we sit here, say, okay, this was the name of the company that did this? No, most people can't, because it's not getting attention. And a lot of that has to do with corporate greed in America right now, where all of these companies are making money at exponential rates, but the average American worker is paying more and getting less on absolutely everything on the planet. I did an episode about food insecurity a couple days ago, and if you haven't watched that one, go back and check it out. But you look at what we're paying on average for different, household goods, what your vehicle's going to cost, what your interest rate. They're projecting interest rates could be up to 10% this year by the end of the year. 10% for a house? I mean, you're going to pay for that thing twice over a 30-year loan. But what they're doing, this company put its profit and its situation ahead of this poor town, where all these people are just told to evacuate, and then when help is requested, none is given by the administration. And why is that? Again, circle back, corporate greed and cover-up. They do not want tons and tons of media coverage on this, and because a lion's share of the media outlets in today's day and age are much more liberal leaning, you're not seeing this sort of thing. If this stuff happened during the Trump administration, or the George W. Bush administration, or any of the Republican administrations previously, I really think you would see there'd be guys with EPA on their shirt instead of a lovely short barrel AK-47, just standing up there, just talking away, getting after it with their thoughts and their ideas and their opinions on how this company was wrong and how they're going to fix it. So that's the question I have for you guys. Are you seeing enough coverage of this? I mean, it's these poor people in Ohio have nothing to go back to. I saw an interview with this lady where she basically said, they've told us absolutely nothing. I can't go home. I can't trust my drinking water. My pets are, some of them dying from these vicious chemicals that they said we could go back to our houses. I mean, if it's not, there should be congressional inquiries into this. There needs to be a lot more. So yeah, the Ohio state officials have assured locals that the air is safe to breathe based on their testing, but the water is not safe. So a local hazardous material specialist said, it looks like a nuclear winter. We have pretty much nuked this town with chemicals. Okay, so no coverage. We're just going to let that go. The other thing, and it's the thing I think is most infuriating, both as a Ohioan originally and just as a tax-paying American. So Pete Buttigieg, who is not my favorite person in the first place, he went on all the major news outlets yesterday. He's our director of transportation. Not a role he's qualified for, not a role he should be in the first place, but hey, Democratic company man, so of course he gets taken care of. He went on all these news outlets yesterday and said the Department of Transportation is doing what it can. There are hundreds of train derailments a year, and this one is no different. Really, bro? No different? I mean, I kind of feel like it is. I mean, when I lived in Missouri, we had occasional derailments where, a train would come off the tracks and it would be a big mess and they'd have to get a bunch of heavy equipment out there. This ain't it, bro. No, this is much, much different. You have animals dying, groundwater contaminated. Look at that massive cloud of smoke and tell me this is just like the rest of them. It's not, and that's the thing. It goes back to this company, who I'm sure there are members of Congress and Senate that probably own stock in, or the rail lobby has given them money. There is an absolute lack of help going to these people, and there is, in my opinion, some aspects of a cover-up going on, because these people know nothing. They're getting no support. The governor's asking for help and not getting it, and you have the Department of Transportation boss saying, oh, move it along, nothing to see here, keep on going, people. Look, another story. Ooh, look over here, we have other stories to talk about. So I really want to know what you guys think. I mean, am I on point with this? I feel like I am. That something is amiss here. This is not like all of these other disasters that we've seen recently. Who's going to be held accountable for the decision to release all of these nasty toxic gases. And then whose decision was it to not do more to make sure the stuff didn't catch fire and get up into the air? So that's the thing I want to talk about this morning. I'm going to do another video this afternoon. If the weather calms down, I'm going to teach you guys how to make a fire outside, underground. Super cool. It's all set. Not happening right now. Rain's not great. But with the Dakota pit, rain doesn't matter. So anyways, so thank you guys for watching the video. And if you haven't already done so, there's a little subscribe button that's going to pop up. And what I really appreciate is when you guys subscribe, it lets me know what content I'm making you like. So I can more tailor my viewpoint toward what y'all will watch and what you're enjoying from me if you do that. So I want to thank you guys that have already subscribed. It really does mean a lot to me, and I appreciate it for sure. So thanks for watching this, and you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you again this afternoon.